Hybrid engine is really a very intelligent engineering. These engines run on petrol as well as an electric motor, and when needed, they use the power of both petrol and the electric motor. But there is something special in them that we never have to charge the battery in them. So let's understand the better engineering behind hybrid engines. We will not drive the car on the road, so we'll drive the car on this simulator for better understanding. But for some convenience, before hybrid cars, let's understand mild hybrid. The engine of mild hybrid car is of this type, where the alternator of the car is installed. An integrated starter generator, or in short ISG, is installed at that place. This machine can work like a motor and a generator, and its efficiency is higher than that of an alternator. The special thing about these engines is that they do not have a starter motor because the ISG starts the vehicle. When the engine starts, the 12-volt battery supplies power to the ISG. The ISG is directly connected to the crankshaft through the belt and at this time working as a motor and starts the engine. Here the car starts very smoothly because of the belt system. When the vehicle starts to move, the lithium-ion battery pack installed on the side supplies power to the ISG, and the ISG helps the engine in increasing the speed of the vehicle. This increases the efficiency of the engine and also reduces fuel consumption. When the vehicle is in speed and we reduce the accelerator or apply the brakes, then, in this condition, energy is transferred from the tire to the engine, which is called regenerative braking. And in this condition, the ISG will work like a generator and will recharge the battery. The special thing about this engine is that when the moving vehicle stops at a signal, the engine automatically turns off because before stopping the vehicle, we press the clutch pedal and shift the vehicle to neutral gear. And in this condition, the vehicle is stationary and the ISG works as a generator. If it works like this, then, in a way, the petrol engine, or energy, is being converted into electrical energy and is being stored in the battery. It is better to save petrol by switching off the engine so that the losses occurring in energy transfer can be saved. And as soon as we press the clutch pedal and put the gear in the car, ISG helps the engine in starting. With this help, the engine will start and both will work together. But this generator has such a mechanism that it cannot work alone. It works only with the engine. That's why hybrid system has developed, and it is really a very intelligent system. First of all, let's understand the mechanism of the engine. Hybrid engine basically has three devices which generate power. One engine itself, second motor generator set 1, which is called MG1 in short, and third motor generator set 2, in short MG2. Both MG1 and MG2 can act as motor and generator. And a power control unit, which is an inverter and also the brain of this engine, which manages the power of all these motor generators and engines and batteries. The special thing about the engine is that when you start driving the car comfortably from the rest position at normal speed, the engine does not start at all. The MG2 motor starts accelerating the car with the power of the battery alone. There is a very powerful device installed here which is called power split device. Basically, it is a planetary gear system, and it manages the power of these three. Basically, it is the heart of the engine, so without understanding it, it is not possible to understand this engine. You may get confused here, so look a little carefully. It is a ring gear, and inside it, there are three small gears, which are called planetary gears, and all three are connected together to a carrier. When we start rotating the ring gear will apply force on the planetary gear, and the planetary gear will start rotating at its place. Planetary gears rotate in two ways. One can rotate in its place, and second can also rotate in forward and reverse direction along with this ring gear. There is a third gear in the middle, which is called sun gear. If we hold the planetary gear and do not let it rotate with the ring gear, then the planetary gear will rotate the sun gear fitted in the middle in the reverse direction. If we go back to our engine and see that when MG2 alone applies force to the car, then through the middle gear, ring gear also starts rotating, and you will see that the planetary gear is directly connected to the engine shaft and the engine is currently off. Then the engine will not allow the planetary gear to rotate along with the sun gear. It will rotate the planetary gear only at its place, and the sun gear will start rotating in the reverse direction. And sun gear is connected to MG1, then MG1 will also rotate in the reverse direction, but neither the motor nor the generator will rotate freely. Now suppose you suddenly step on the accelerator. So MG2 is not so powerful that it alone can make the car a sports car. It needs the support of the engine, and in this condition the engine is started. There is no starter motor to start the engine, so only MG1 can start the engine because it is directly connected to the engine shaft. So MG1 is also given power from the battery to start the engine. Until now, MG1, which was rotating in the reverse direction, will change its direction. Now in this condition, you will see that MG2 is powering the ring gear and MG1 is powering the sun gear. And all this power will be applied to the planetary gear. Now what will the poor planetary gear do with so much power? It'll send all the power to the engine, and all three gears will start rotating in the same direction. As soon as power is received, the engine will start, and now both the engine and MG2 together will make the car a sports car. But as soon as we decelerate the car or the car is moving downhill, the engine stops. And now in this condition, when the tire will get power back, MG2 will start working like a generator and will recharge the battery, which is called regenerative braking. There is only one more condition left. Let us understand it. Suppose this big battery is down and the vehicle has to run on the engine alone until the battery is charged. But remember that the battery is only charged through regenerative braking. The engine never charges the battery, so the car is currently in rest position. The ring gear is connected to the wheel through this gear, which means the ring gear is locked. When MG1 starts, the power will reach the planetary gear through the ring gear, and the planetary gear will directly rotate the engine, and the engine will start. Now, if you've applied your mind even a little, then you should definitely answer these two questions. Number 1, when the engine is started and the vehicle is in neutral, or when we put the vehicle moving at speed is neutral, then regenerative braking does not work. Why so? And number 2, only MG2 will start the engine. What is the need of MG1? Let's make the question a little easier. If you remove MG1 and make such a system that when you want to start the engine, you will apply the brakes after hitting the sun gear, then now the power of MG2 will reach the engine and start the engine. And as soon as the engine starts, the engine and MG2 will work together. Then why is there a need for MG1? Pause the video and write your answer in the comments. Let's see what's your intelligence level. I'm answering question number 2. Number 1, it's very basic. It's worth a try. There is some logic here. MG2 will start the engine, but will change its direction of rotation. Secondly, if the big battery at the back is not charged, then the engine alone will drive the car forward. But if this small battery is not charged, then the car will not start. So it's very important for this battery to be charged, and when both the engine and MG2 work together to propel the car, in that condition, MG1 works as a generator and charges the battery. It also supports MG2 electrically, so that there is not much load on MG2, and also makes all the functions of the vehicle run. So I think you must have understood the real power of hybrid engine. We desperately need your support. You must support us by joining the channel membership so that we can continue making such great videos in the future. Thank you very much for giving us your precious time.